Very good afternoon to all of you. Cordial welcome to SFA English Education. We all know that in the present world, it's very important for all of us to know the English language. We all know English more or less, but we all have fear in our mind about English. Some people are there among us who can write English fluently, but when it's about speaking, they stumble. Again, some are there who are weak in grammar, weak in writing, but they can speak English quite well. With my 10 years experience in teaching, I will try and help you how to achieve the command over the English language. In the one hand, there will be classes how to make a remarkable improvement in your speaking in English. And on the other hand, there will be classes on grammar. Okay? So first of all, I would like to say you that I can never give you a false assurance like others that I will make you strong in English or I will make you fluent in English within 3 months. It's really impossible because it's a continuous process. But I can assure you that if you can spend 20 minutes every day for English, you will be able to realize the difference after 6 months. So if you want to know the secrets how to make a remarkable improvement in your English, listen to me attentively. Let's come to the point. Why should we learn English? Or what's the importance of English? There are many reasons, but I will discuss only a few here. Number one, a man who knows English, he is a few steps ahead than the others. Maybe in his educational life, in his professional life, or in any sphere of the society. Number two, English is the one and only language for higher studies. If you want to study science after HS, you have to study in English. Moreover, if you want to go to abroad for your higher studies, only English language is there. Number three, we all know that English is a global language. So wherever we go on this big planet, English is the only medium for communication. Number four, it offers you more and more job opportunities, and it also brings you a chance to work in the renowned international companies. Now, let's discuss the serious point. What cannot we speak English? There are few reasons. Let's discuss those points. Number one, shyness. There are many people who have a remarkable command over English language, but they cannot speak English in front of others due to their shyness. So my suggestion is, first of all, you have to sweep away your shyness if you want to speak English. Number two, mistakes. One thing works in our mind all the time, that if I make any mistake while speaking English, what the others will think? Here, I can assure you that no one will think anything if you make mistake while speaking English, because we make many mistakes even while we speak in our mother tongue. So, if you want to learn the language, from this moment onward, you have to start speaking wrong English. If you don't want to make the mistake, you will not be able to learn the language. Actually, making mistake is essential for those who really want to learn something new. And that's why all the time I advise my students, speak wrong English first if you want to learn the correct English. For example, I can say that in our childhood, when we learned Bengali alphabet or English alphabet, how many times we made mistakes? After making mistakes repeatedly, we succeeded to learn the alphabet. And same thing had happened during the learning of multiplication table or mathematics. Right? And another important practical example. Here, we all know riding cycle, right? We all know? Just remember, in our childhood, when we learned riding cycle, how many times we fell down from the cycle? It bleeded, it hurt us, it wounded us, but we did never give up. In spite of bleeding, wounds, we tried, and till the end, we succeeded to learn the riding of cycle. Isn't it? Number 3, English language as a subject. It's a matter of grave concern that we all take English language as a subject. Stop thinking this. First, convince yourself that you are learning the language, not the subject. Just remember that you are learning language, and even the illiterate people in America speak English. Isn't it? And next point, lack of practice. We all know the saying that practice makes a man perfect. We all know it, but we all have the lack of practice. So from this moment onward, we have to start the practice of speaking wrong English with our family and friends. Okay? So from today onwards, we'll start this practice. Okay? Okay, thank you. So, how to overcome all these obstacles? At the very beginning, I would like to remind you that learning English is easier than Bengali. Why I said so? Just remember, in our childhood, when we learned the language, we didn't know what is letter, what is word, what is sentence. Even we couldn't pronounce the word properly. Having all these obstacles, we succeeded to learn a complicated language like Bengali. And today, we are a step ahead if we want to learn English language. Because today we all know what is letter, what is word, what is sentence. And we know many English words and we can pronounce them properly. Just try to think it, that if we can learn a complicated language like Bengali in our childhood without knowing a single Bengali word, then what's the problem to learn the English language? Whereas we know many English words. Not only that, but also we can construct different kind of English sentences. Isn't it? Look, we need around 1500 to 2000 words to continue our daily life conversation. How many words we need? Around 1500 to 2000 words. And we all have more or less a stock of around 1000 words. That means we lack only 500 to 1000 words. So, if we can learn 5 new words and their uses daily, in a month, we will be able to learn 150 words. And after the 6 months, we will be able to learn 900 new words. And it will fulfill the required number of words that we need to continue our daily life conversation. Okay? Next, actually, to pick up a new language, the most important skills are: number 1, reading; number 2, writing; number 3, listening; number 4, speaking. The first 2 skills, reading and writing, we all have, right? Because we all can read and write. And in my opinion, these 2 skills, reading and writing, not so important to pick up a new language. I have seen many illiterate persons picked up a new language only by listening and speaking. And even I know a man who sells betel leaf on the train, and he speaks English. If you ever travel from Bardhaman to Howrah and Cord line, you can see the man. He sells betel leaf, but he speaks English. So, the most important skills to pick up a new language are listening and speaking. So, we have to improve these 2 skills, listening and speaking. And for the improvement of these 2 skills, many experts say to watch English movies, to listen to English songs. But I say it will not help you a lot. Why? Because you will not be able to understand their pronunciation. Because their accent and our accent is entirely different. So, what should we do? I advise my students to watch Indian English news channel and debates in English by the Indian scholars. It will help you a lot. So, start watching Indian English news channel and debates in English. Okay? Moreover, I am here to help you. All the classes will be very helpful. What I am going to do is, I will teach how to make conversation on a certain topic every day. And if you can learn the conversation on a certain topic every day, it will make your fluency better. Second, I will teach you 5 new words and their uses daily. That will make your learning easier. And third, I will teach grammar and some techniques. And that will be very helpful for the competitive exams. Last but not the least, some important secrets and suggestions, tips will be there for the Madhyamik and HS candidates. Okay, that's all for today. So let's call it a day. See you in the next class. Till then, keep speaking wrong English. Yes, wrong